Previously on Quest Friends, the Cookie Crew.
You have the treaty, and you have a box of Snapoas, the worst cookie agreed upon by everyone.
I will do what I can with these cookies and this treaty, which I'm whipping out to start reading through to kind of prepare myself.
If you would be so kind as to tell me what those matters are, I will determine whether they're important enough to bother the Empress with.
Meanwhile, Ig and I will go to find the ship. I didn't even catch... Did anybody catch what the name of the ship was? I guess...
Let me see if I can use the majority of my abilities in one go.
While you're on the boat, you'll hear, like, a shop across the way, the bell ding, and then you will hear a familiar voice. I think it's kind of cool. I don't know, like, it adds an edge, you know? Like, our ship's called the Sandbar. It's not that exciting. We're called PB&J. And then they'll just, like, stop.
I think it does too.
They're just gonna go, what the fuck? And then...
Appropriate.
Yes. I'm gonna say they don't see Hannelore because they're boxes and stuff, and they are completely distracted by Ig.
I'm jumping on... My sound dampener's on. I'm jumping onto the boat.
Okay. Through the porthole?
Well, I was going to try to jump onto the boat and then into the porthole. I don't think I could, like, thread the needle. But, yeah.
I was gonna give you that because of your climbing ability.
Oh, okay, cool. Then that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm just going to thread the needle.
Okay, so you're through the porthole. So we'll say you're doing that, like, as they come out then. Staring at Ig on their boat. And then Jean-Paul and Poppy will both, like, elbow Susan and be like, did you leave the gangplank out? And she'll be like, oh my god.
She did!
You guys have to stop leaving me in charge of things.
She did, says Ig, dancing impishly. Is she lighting the deck on fire?
No, she's just spraying the ropes. She just is on fire.
But like, does the fire catch, like, from her feet?
I would assume it would be charring, but I'm not putting effort in to actually burn anything yet
because it's like your focus. You can kind of control how damaging it is.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to pay more money now to fix their shit. But like,
yeah.
Wait for the signal to know when to just burn it down.
So then Poppy is gonna elbow Susan and say, well, how much is this gonna cost now? And then all three of them are gonna run up the gangplank because you're on their ship.
Can I use another ability?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I want to do the card trick where you find something behind someone's ear.
Okay, give me a roll to make a card appear behind someone's ear.
You get a natural 20. It's a card behind all of their ears. Did you?
Yeah, 20.
Oh. Is it a net 20?
Oh my gosh.
I will take Olivia's suggestion. So as the three of them are like running up the gangplank, they will all feel behind their right ear a card. And they'll pull out this card. Like just...
Was this your card?
Is this card gonna pay for the damage?
And they're just confused by this. And then, like, Sean Quill in particular is upset by this card that just appeared behind her ear. And she's gonna look at you and be like, what is your game here?
Card.
Wait, guys. Wait. Okay, hold your cards up. All three of you hold your cards up. And I'm going to show you another trick with them. I want to use hedge magic to make them change colors.
Okay. To make the cards change colors? So they're not holding up their cards. They're not going to go along with it, but you can cast hedge magic to try to make this happen anyway. I want 3 separate rolls, though, for each card. So do Poppy first.
Okay, Poppy, 8.
Okay.
Who's next?
Susan.
19.
Okay.
4.
Okay, so Susan's card is like glowing rainbow-y. Like, you really nailed this card. It's not just one color, it is a lot of colors. Like, it's a rainbow tie-dye. And Poppy and Jonquil were actually moving towards you to, like, engage you in battle. But at the sight of Susan's card that they'll catch in their eye, they'll, like, look from that card to their cards. And then Poppy will say, why isn't my card doing that? And then Jonquil will throw her card, like, at Jonquil. It flutters uselessly to the ground because it's a card. It's like when Job tries to throw the letter into the ocean and say, like, it doesn't matter. She's burning our ship even more. We're just letting it happen. And Jonquil is going to do a little acrobatic flip towards you. She's going to try to...
Oh, cool! How did you do that?
She's next to you now, but she just realized that you're on fire, so, like, touching you is hard. Like... And then she'll kind of like, I don't want to die, Poppy! Poppy is still looking from her card to Susan's. And she'll be like, well, I don't understand why my card isn't doing it. So while this is happening on deck, while Ig is successfully baffling these pirates, Hannelore, what are you up to?
Hannelore is swallowing the cat's eye pill.
Okay.
And, like, getting a lay of the land.
So it is dark down there. There are, like, a few lanterns, but you can see fine.
Okay. Yeah, I can. Okay. I'm going to start sneaking around and peeking in windows.
Okay.
I don't know where, I wasn't a sailor, so I wouldn't necessarily know where the brig would be. I was in the army.
You will have landed in, like, a storage room, but the door is open, so you can just keep moving on and looking through.
Okay. All right. I'm sneaking out.
Okay. You're looking in, are you just opening doors?
Yes. Like sneaky.
Like, sneakily, yeah. So you will find a couple bedrooms and, like, a second storage room and what looks like a galley. And then as you're opening the fifth door, roll me a speed defense.
Pleasure knowing you.
So as you're opening that door,
You pulled a Mako!
a single shoe will come and just nail you straight in the face.
Oh, ew.
And then you hear Madeline and Jeff Davis yell, "Take that!"
Ow. The wheels, like down my face.
Yeah, the wheels had been popped out specifically for the throw. Immediately after that, like, she's just gonna bowl over you because she thinks you're one of the pirates.
Okay, she's doing so silently because the sound dampener is still strapped to my chest.
Yes, so there's no sound happening. They can't hear this from up on deck.
It's like an old-timey movie.
It's like, yes. So she will, like, grapple you and then realize, Hannelore! And then she'll step up and
Only it's silent. Admittedly, this will be difficult to roleplay.
I think you can hear inside the thing. It's just that no one can hear outside.
Oh, cool. Okay. Hi, it's me, Hannelore. We're busting you out. Where are the cookies?
Oh, the cookies are in the galley. They're back there.
I hand her shoe.
Yes. She was already, like, trying to take it. She likes her shoes. It pained her a lot to take those off.
Yeah, I noticed that about her, actually.
They let her keep her shoes?
They did. They let her keep her. They're idiots. They also were fully planning on doing, like, a roller derby challenge match, so she needed her shoes for that.
Oh my gosh.
Settle an old score.
So Madeline will take her shoe back and then say, the cookies are over there. I've been trying to get out of here. But, like, luckily for them, their locks are not very good. So I was able to pick it.
Okay. I motion her, let's start sneaking down the galley. Is the galley door open?
Yes, it's one of the ones that you had opened, but Madeline, like, wasn't in there, so you were done.
Okay. And yeah, that's right. I was looking for Madeline. Okay, so I'm going to sneak inside. Do I see the cookies or the crate?
Yes. There's, like, a cupboard that's kind of, like, peeked open a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And you can see the corner of the box of cookies there. And Madeline's already going for it. She recognizes it. So you can pull down the box of cookies. It has clearly been...
It's the whole crate?
The crate of cookies. It's clearly been opened. Like, several boxes are missing.
Okay, it's fine.
And Madeline will, like, hit the table. Damn it.
It's okay. Just leave those empty boxes. We don't want to present them with crappy empty boxes of cookies. And I'm picking up the box, and I'm making for the deck.
Okay, she will follow you. She's not skating, she's just running.
I can't hold my weapon. I'm just holding the box. So maybe she should actually get in front of me.
Okay, she'll do that.
Okay.
She'll lead you out of it. She knows the ship.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Having been on there for a night.
So we're just gonna bust. All right, so we're gonna bust up, and then Are you
just gonna bust up from behind them?
We're gonna make a run for it. Yeah.
Okay. So you will make a run for the deck, and you'll come up behind everyone else.
Okay, I'm gonna keep sneaking as long as I can.
You're gonna keep... So they won't hear you, because you have the sound dampener. So no one is facing you except for Ig. Do you try to communicate with her at all?
Excellent. All right, I'm holding the box and I'm just nodding my head like just get ready, buddy, because we're gonna get going. And I'm making my way to the gangplank and I'm sneaking down it with Madeline.
He is not understanding what the nod means exactly, so she's interpreting it as a good job.
Keep going.
You're killing it.
So I'd like to cast hedge magic again.
On what this time?
So Poppy was really upset.
Poppy was upset her card did not match Susan's.
Yeah.
It was very lackluster.
I want to put in a level of effort
Okay.
to use hedge magic to make her hair rainbows.
To make Poppy's hair rainbow?
Yeah.
Okay. Make me roll.
It's a good thing that Mahanalor is in this dampening bubble because she would be gasping.
No!
What'd you get?
An 8!
An 8? Okay. Yes, you do it. An 8. An 8 will turn her hair into a rainbow.
Yes.
Nice.
But she'll just stand there, and then Susan will look at her, and Poppy will go, "What?
Your hair's so pretty!
What did you do to my hair? Oh my God, what did she do to my hair? I just got it cut last week. What did you do to it?" And Jean Quill will look at her hair and then say, "Oh my God, it's a rainbow. It looks worse than it did before."
We hate colors.
And Poppy will go, "Damn it." But now there is a GM intrusion on...
Oh.
I was going to give it to Hannelore, but I've already given one to Hannelore. So I will give this GM intrusion to Ig, which is that Jean Quill has been kind of hopping around you like a sparrow this entire time, trying to find somewhere flames aren't covering your body so that she can Tai Chi block you. She has finally decided that the best option for this is to just take her foot and knock your footing out from under you.
Ooh.
So you are now on the ship. But she realizes her mistake immediately because Susan and Poppy are both yelling, "Now there's even more fire on our deck!" But Poppy is going to try to drench you in water. She's very upset with her hair. So roll me a speed defense. Hannelore and Madeline are still making their way down the plank. They have not been noticed. They have this sound dampener.
Yeah, we're sneaking.
18.
Woohoo!
Okay, yeah. You roll, actually, so Poppy and Susan are both going to approach you, but there's just enough space in between them that you can just roll between them as they try to get up close to douse you in water. As you roll, you leave behind a trail of flames that are on the ship, and I will let you just roll down the gangplank here if you want.
Okay, so I want to say, I am so sorry. I thought you wanted your card to glow, and so I thought it would be even nicer if I made your hair glow. It's gonna wear off, I promise.
Probably.
So are you saying this as you're rolling down because you're rolling off the ship?
I'm just word vomiting apologies as I roll and eventually hopefully manage to make my way to my feet and stumble off.
So they're watching you run off. I'm gonna say that Hannelore and Madeline, you were really hustling and you had the sound dampener, so you're already gone. You're off. You can be hiding behind a crate.
I'm gonna deactivate the sound dampener to scream to Red Mary, because as someone who talks to machines, I can distantly activate a car.
You sure can.
Mary! Mary! Get going!
Mary!
So she's started and she's coming towards us.
Poppy is currently trying to douse all the flames left behind by Ig.
Oh, I forgot to pour the acid. Oh, regrets and mistakes.
You're fine. So then,
Can I use my experience to throw it?
To do what?
I want to pass the vial to Madeline, and I'm just gonna say, just torch them. I'm gonna wiggle it out of my breast pocket, and I'm gonna hand it to Madeline. I'm gonna adjust the cookies, and I'm gonna hand it to Madeline, and I'm just burn them to the ground.
The slime saver?
Yeah, the solvent. I want the living solvent to eat through their house.
Okay. Alright, Madeline will say with pleasure and then spray that corner of the ship.
It's like a Molotov cocktail.
Yes. Poppy is occupied with the flames, and Jean Quill is just noticing that the ropes are wiggling in the air.
Oh, that's weird.
And is how are we supposed to sail now? Susan will have glanced your way and will see that you are doing this.
We are making off.
And she is gonna head down the gangplank. She's just gonna fire her club gun at you from the deck. She's aiming it at Madeline, but she will miss. Madeline just continues doing what she's doing, just hopping everywhere. She's using her heelys to
She's like doing it obnoxiously, like doing it backwards and stuff.
She's just being a ham about it. So the Red Mary is on its way. Does it have a remote start?
I'm running.
You're running towards it?
Yeah.
Okay, having torched what she wants, Madeline will follow suit on her heelys. Ig, what are you up to?
I'm going to follow, but as I do, I want to call to Susan.
Okay.
You're welcome to join us. You don't have to stay here. What? Be free.
Susan will not respond.
You don't have to pretend your name is a flower.
Susan will not respond in words, but she will give you the double word flip off as you're running away.
I want to do it back with this huge grin because I have not seen that before.
You're so strange. Ig is the most odd little creature.
I want to do it back and smile hugely.
She's the most wonderful creature.
All right.
Bye!
You can reach the Red Mary, and as you reach them, you could hear, still from the dock, cries of, but we couldn't afford it before, how are we gonna afford it now? And, you're not, I'll win money in the roller derby. And, you're not good enough at the roller derby. So, they are just they're falling into internal disarray. So, you are back in the Red Mary, and are you driving back towards the...
Yeah, I bundle everybody. I just shove Ig and Madeline and a box of cookies all in the back seat, and I run around to the front, and I'm flooring it. I'm driving.
I have deactivated my flames, by the way.
Buckle up!
It's the final announcement, Bake, for the Cookie Crew. Thank you to everyone who joined us on this weird mini adventure with cookies and diplomacy and sort of Girl Scouts and old camper vans and also me as GM. I know that I had a lot of fun in this session, and Emily and our guest stars, Olivia and Cassidy, tell me they had fun, so unless they're liars, presumably they can't wait to do this again, and so we all hope you also had a good time. Today's call to action is to check out a brand new podcast that was just released this week called Cinema Science, in which stressed-out scientists and researchers are interviewed about the science behind their favorite movies, games, and TV shows. One of these stressed-out grad students is our very own Ari Tenna, who will guest star on a future episode talking about memory, of all things, which is hilarious. Cinema Science has 2 episodes out right now. You can find them at cinemasciencepodcast.com and on Twitter as CinemaSciCast. Transcripts and additional info on each episode can also be found at the website, so be sure to check it out. That brings me to the end of my very last announcement break, but it's only the last one for now because the Cookie Crew will be back for a brand new mini adventure that will probably go about as well as this one did. We will see on an as yet undetermined date, but what is determined is the next episode of the main campaign, which is November 5th. See you then!
So as you're driving manically back up to the seaside retreat, we will cut back to Aerith, who is still under the very discerning gaze of Lady Marguerite Verbois.
Woo!
Oh, my heart is pounding. Okay.
Even though her cat likes my rose.
Her cat likes the rose, but he's just staring at it. He's not, like, behaving like a normal cat would.
He's probably the one who murdered the people that Lady Glasswood has.
This is probably the one. He probably hired those pirates, man.
So I will quickly put the rose away, just kind of behind a part of my cloak or something. I don't know.
The cat is unhappy.
I have pocket. The cat's fine. Because I'm going to move on to the box of cookies that I have and display it to her and say, we offer not only a chance at peace, but a chance that could economically benefit our nations. We have exports that you may be interested in, and these are the really crappy cookies, right?
Yeah. Snapoas.
Maybe she likes them. She's a terrible person.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna spin it as, like, these are our exotic brand of, what are they called again?
Snapoas.
Snapoas, and they're regarded very differently by every person. Everybody likes them for different reasons, but we believe that they will please Her Majesty and the many other cookies we have to share.
Many others.
Yes, just a small sample to begin with, I believe. Again, my acquaintances will be on their way soon, and I would like to activate the psychic link, I believe, right now.
You can just do that. There's no role for it.
Can I make it obvious that I'm using it and, like, kind of show off this?
Yeah. It looks like a walkie-talkie.
Okay, so I'm showing off this amazing technology at the same time, and kind of, I'm like, okay, this better be enough time for you guys to get this done in my head. And I will...
You have 10 words.
Yes, to Ig, I will say, are you on your way yet?
You're driving manically, correct?
I am driving. It's like the end of 101 Dalmatians, man. Like, I am somehow crouched in the seat, bent over the steering wheel.
So we'll say that instead of responding psychically, you will respond by just hitting the horn as you're...
Beep. Beep, 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 beep.
Perfect.
I don't know if there is, so whether or not you can hear my psychic reply, I send one. It's so loud.
Not even an answer.
At the sound of the horn, Lady Verababa will, like, look towards the window.
Perfect.
And just from outside, as the van approaches, Brenda and Betsy will look at each other, and Betsy will go, "Oh, Brenda, this isn't an manual either."
I'm putting the car in park. Like, I'm jerking the e-brake, and I'm getting out, and I'm picking up the box of cookies. Yeah. I'm gesturing for Ig and Madeline to follow.
I'm following.
Madeline, if everything's going to plan, we should have an appointment. Just do your magic.
Okay, so that's right, Madeline's with you now. Madeline will run up with you and say, hello, I am Madeline Jeffer James. I have very important business with the Empress today. We definitely have an appointment. Let us in. And Brenda and Betsy are just so alarmed, and they recognize the name drop from when Aerith did it earlier. Mm-hmm. So they'll just throw up their hands and say, go on in. So they will run in, and they will just, like, burst. Madeline will, at least.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what you guys are doing, but Madeline is going to, like, burst through the door and then gracefully on her heelys do, like, a wheel around Lady Verabra and then offer a handshake. She's such a showboat.
Lady Verabra, my acquaintance, Miss Madeline Jeffer James.
Ah, so she did come.
And Alora's chest is heaving. Like, she's holding these boxes. Like, her arms are quaking. And she did manage to beep, beep, lock the car as she went away. And, like, Ig is on top of the box.
It goes, ta-da!
I'm covered in sweat. Hannelore is greasy and visibly soaked.
Lady Verabra will kind of sigh and say, like, the Empress really does not have time for such shenanigans. But because you made an entrance and you were very, very loud, there's just commotion happening around the mansion now. So before Lady Verabra can say anything more about how she detests this sort of thing,
good,
the door will open yet again, and in will enter a woman of about, like, 4:30-ish. She enters the room. She will like burst aside the double doors and then just stay there. She is wearing a loose robe-like garment that is onyx black in color. It reaches the floor, and as she moves into the room, the train seems to leave the floor just a little bit darker than it was before. She has white makeup covering her face, and her eyes are outlined in very heavy, like kohl eyeliner and dark eyeshadow. Her hair is piled atop her head in an elaborate coif, which is kept back with a golden tiara that has a single stone of black quartz embedded in it.
Is that Satan?
And then she will say, I trust no introductions are needed on my end. I am the Empress Shaladian. Who are you? Lady Verbois, what is going on? And Lady Verbois will be like, Your Majesty, I am so sorry. These are diplomats from Anquan. And she will do air quotes.
Visibly sweating. Can't stress enough. Hannelore is filthy.
So Shaladian will just take in everything in the room, which is that... Describe what everyone looks like right now. What is the scene that she walks into?
I'm so glad you've asked. I've begun to sketch it.
Good.
Araf looks fine. Her cape is billowing kind of dramatically now. Hopefully to kind of make a stronger point of their importance.
And there's Hannelore carrying the big box with Ig on top. I'm going to bring it down and I'm going to set it right in front of the Empress.
I would like to hop off of the box and bow very deeply.
Oh, wonderful.
And then... How far is Araf?
I'm standing by the mean lady.
Can I use sleight of hand to take the rose and give it to her?
If I notice this...
Make opposing rolls. I love opposing rolls. Do it.
Well, no, if I notice this, can I give it to her?
I want to be sneaky about it.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to try to subtly hand it to her at the same time of her trying to take it.
Do we need to roll then?
Just id roll.
15.
Okay, yeah, you take the rose. Like, you just steal it. You don't know that Arif just gave it to you. You think you just took it.
Yeah.
You're really pleased with yourself. And then what do you want to do with it?
I want to twirl it and hold it up to her, still bowing slightly. My lady.
She will cock her head at the rose and then say, what an interesting color. You're doing this as the Empress, right?
Yeah.
And then she'll, like...
Guys, what color is it?
It's, like, pink.
Okay. I want to use hedge magic to make it glow.
Make a roll.
Oh, no.
I just need to make it impressive enough.
You got this, bud. You got this.
I rolled an 8.
Do you want to use an XP to just make it glow?
Yeah.
It will dazzle several shades of pink. And, like, she will, like, cock her head a little bit more and then take the rose. And then say, have you come all this way to give me a rose?
Well...
I'm going to kind of bump Madeline and hand her the treaty and be like, do your job.
This is your time. Stop. She's still doing pirouettes around the room. She's not paying any attention at all.
Yes, okay, so Madeline pirouettes to a stop directly in front of the Empress, and she's doing that special roller skating stop where, like, one foot is behind the other.
Oh my goodness.
And then she will do a flourishing bow. It's not a low bow, it's like a halfway bow. She will say, Empress, we've come all the way from Anquan to give you not only this rose as a token of our esteem, but present to you a document that we believe is in the interests of both your empire and the country of Anquan. And then she will go for the document and then realize she doesn't have it, and then look with fear at all of you.
I am already
you have it. Okay.
Handing it out towards her, yes.
She'll reach it and then just represent it to the Empress as if that didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her, like, a calming look.
The Empress will, like, take it and kind of leaf through it and then say, I don't understand. Do you want me to sign this and not attack Anquan? And Madeline's like, pretty much, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Madeline works differently.
Hannelore's doing spirit fingers over the cookies.
Okay, spirit. Madeline will then skate backwards over to the cookies and say, we also bring with us a special Anquanian export, the cookies made by the Knights of Anquan, and some made by Queen Anastasia herself as a token of her respect.
They're really good.
We didn't eat them. We didn't eat a single one.
They're all here, Madeline will add. Lady Verbois is, like, scoffing openly, and she's like, Anquan thinks that cookies would make us not take them over? I could not think of a follow-up for that. Shaladian will kind of look over at Lady Verbois, and...
Can I cut in?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just gonna kind of look at the cookies and look back at them and say, you haven't tried them yet.
Don't get the snaps ones out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna kind of pull that box away. And say, maybe you'll give it a second thought after trying the cookies. And I don't know which one are the Anastasia cookies, but I'm going to hopefully rifle through and find those.
Okay, you can find them. They're, marked. They look different than the other boxes.
Yep, and I will present them as well as I can.
Shaladian is going to take a step back a little bit and then say, you're new to political intrigue, aren't you?
Technically.
She's going to look at Lady Verbois, and Lady Verbois will say, we don't have any tasters on hand, madam. They could be.
What if I ate one?
I'm sorry, what now?
Well, seems like you're worried about us poisoning you, and I know we're not poisoning you, so do you want me to try one? They're really good.
Well, that would be lovely.
Of course! Ig is really excited about this because she has been very hungry.
I'm going to make sure she only takes one.
Hannelore is going to make sure she doesn't get too many crumbs on her shirt and get them in the van.
I'm going to eat the cookie and look up at them with a big smile, maybe a little bit of cookie crumb, but very earnest.
Lady Verbois is openly disgusted.
I'm going to glare at her.
Shaladian looks... Everyone roll me a perception check.
Oh.
8.
Oh, 19. Minor effect.
I have 4.
Even if you're trained, you don't get it anyway. Ig, however, notices that the expression on Shaladian's face is one of envy.
Oh, she doesn't have cookies. And I will again offer the cookies, now that she knows the egg's still standing, obviously.
She'll take one. Lady Verbois will kind of make to stop her, but then back up. She clearly doesn't like this, but she's not going to interfere now that the Empress is, physically here.
I'm moving to stand next to Ig and Aerith, my buddy E. I'm going to stand next to the two of them. Just cross my arms bravely.
Okay. Shaladian will slowly take a bite of the cookie, which is a frosted sugar cookie. The kind you find in Meyer that kids always bring in for their birthday parties in 5th grade. That kind. Yeah. The melt in your mouth kind.
But the best kind.
She will take a bite and chew it slowly, and an unscrutable expression comes across her face.
If she doesn't immediately answer, Ig is gonna say, do you like it?
She will look at Ig and then kind of pull up the document that Madeline handed her and look at it, and then she'll flip to a certain page in the document, and then she will say, it says here there's a discount for bulk. And Madeline says, there sure is, and does finger guns.
Oh no.
Just don't mess this up, Madeline. Come on.
And then Shaladian will take another bite of the cookie, and she will say, the legacy of the Parathian Empire is one of complete and total domination. In the past, we have owned Milav, Miskabal, Ishlav, and Antoine, and I intend to press my de jure claim on these lands. However, we've had a famine as of late, and it is possible that the glory of my empire does not in fact lie in conquest.
Hannelore is nodding. Mm-hmm.
And then she will pull out from one of her many folds, her robe,
Picturing her really wrinkly and old.
Yeah, me too. I saw her as a horrifying pug.
I am sorry, I meant her loose flowing garment has a lot of hidden pockets, women wish all their clothes had.
Dress with pockets, yes!
She'll reach in and pull out a quill, an elaborate quill, and then she'll wet it on her tongue, which is difficult because she's holding a cookie and a quill and a parchment. She'll
I'll hold the cookie for her. Or no, my hands are filthy.
You can move to do it, but she's actually just gonna stuff the rest of it in her mouth. And then she will sign it, and at the somewhat disapproving look from Lady Verbois, she'll motion back to the cookie box with the quill and be no, seriously, they were really good.
I'll offer one to Lady Verbois as well.
She won't take it. She's just gonna leave. Her cat will kind of start to leave and then look back at you.
Can I stick my tongue out at the cat?
You sure can. It'll skitter away. It's not happy. You've owned it by merely sticking your tongue out at it.
Annoying cats is my specialty.
So, yeah, Shaladian will sign the thing, and Madeline will take it back, and you have successfully completed your mission.
Woo!
Woo! Did we get paid for this?
We'll say that
We get paid in cookies.
Oh, what? I did not read the fine print.
No, you don't get paid in cookies. You'll be given a lot of cookies from Anastasia because she makes them for everyone. But you will be promoted, and actually you get to be part of a special squad now. I don't have a name for you because I wanted you guys to make it up. I looked up, I was trying to do a play off of like the Brownie Scouts, but like the Girl Scouts don't have easily denotable like...
Lady Scouts is kind of cumbersome.
Mm-hmm.
Cookie Crushers. Are our missions going to be cookie based or?
They might be. Who knows?
All right, ladies, what do you think?
Okay, it's Queen Brackleberry, right?
Yeah.
The Brackleberry Breakers.
Brackleberry Babes?
How about Brigade?
Ooh!
Brackleberry. That's gonna be hard for me to pronounce.
It's totally a mouthful. But we could just call ourselves the BBs.
The BBs?
BBs, perfect. Love it.
This is a new thing you're trying, so like you're not being sent immediately in another mission, but like now Anastasia knows she has a weird crack team of people.
We are driving with the windows down. We're driving back to our hometown, and we are just like,
What music are we blasting?
Hannelore is just screaming like, working 9 to 5. She's screaming Jolene songs, and like, she's not even caring if you guys like maybe eat a little bit, but as long as you're buckled up.
I'm still enjoying a good book and some good cookies and maybe singing along.
Madeline I might have tied to the bumper. She's scooting along on her skates.
She's not even mad about it. Like, she loves it.
This is what she's waiting for. Are you kidding me?
She's dancing as much as she can while still being safely buckled in.
Are you making everything glow?
Yeah, just making, like, maybe, you know, if Aerith ever smiles while she's reading the book,
Sometimes.
someone will notice that her teeth are now glowing. I've had a lot of sugar and I'm just messing with random things.
Oh man, good job guys. You did it!
We did it, guys.
Did it!
The BBs disappear into the sun.
Woo!